Port channel with a static configuration in NXOS. In this video, I am going to show you how we can configure the port channel with a static configuration in NXOS of the, for example, Cisco Nexus switches. And you know the main benefits of the port channel. We use port channel for more bandwidth, for more redundancy, and for lower convergence time. Let me to show you how we can configure the port channel in this scenario. In this scenario, we have two switches, NXOS 2 and NXOS 1. In NXOS, okay, you can use up to 8 interface in a port channel, but because of simplicity, I used only 2 links. In the for example scenario, you can use 4 link or maybe 8 link. It's better to use the links at the links number as the power of 2, for example 2, 4 and 8. Let me to show you how we can configure the port channel with a static method configuration. In the NXOS, we can configure port channels with 2 methods. The first method is the static method, and the next method is the for example LACP method. I will show you the LACP in the future videos, but for now I'm going to show you the configuration of the channel group or port channel in the NXOS with a static method. The first thing that you should ensure is that the configuration and the features of the links should be exactly same. For example, speed, duplex, or VLAN membership, or for example some other features. Everything should be same between the links. If you need to know about this, you can use a command or show port channel, then compatibility parameters. You can use this command, show port channel compatibility parameters, and after that you will learn about the compatibility parameters, for example speed, MTU, and some other parameters. Okay, let me to start the configuration. Here you can use these commands. The first command is the for example channel group command. You can use these commands on the interface mode, interface name, for example interface ETH11. Now after the compatibility check between the parameters in the interface, you can use the channel group command. Channel group number is the port channel number. And also you can use optionally mode on. If you don't use mode on, means I need the static configuration or mode on. In iOS we need to use mode on, but in NXOS you can use channel group number, and also channel group number mode on. Both of them are same. And after the configuration, you can check the parameters with the, for example, show port channel with some other switch. Show port channel summary is one of the most useful of the show port channel commands. Let me to show you in this scenario, and don't forget the port channel, okay, can be configured in layer 2 form and also layer 3 form. First, I'm going to show you the layer 2 port channel, and after that we will configure the layer 3 port channel. Starting from the NXOS 1, the switch 1, host name switch 1. Then first we should ensure the compatibility of the ETH11 and ETH12. Look at here, show run interface ETH11 can show us that interface ETH11 now doesn't have any for example configuration, and then show run interface ETH12. Again, we don't have any configuration on the interface ETH12. Let's go to the configuration of the ETH11 first. The first command is, because this is the layer 2 for interface, we can use the switch port, but it's not necessary because already it's a switch port. And also, for example, maybe you use to configure it as a trunk interface or member of a VLAN. All of them can be done, but the important command is the channel group command, channel group 1. Okay, if you use mode on, means I'm using the manual method, but let me to show you interface ETH11 channel group 1 mode on. Look at here, show run interface ETH11. As you can see, we have only channel group 1. This means that mode on is an optional parameter. You can use it or you can remove it. Okay. After that, we should go to the ETH12, the next interface of a channel group. Okay. Again, 1. That's it. Show run interface ETH11 and show run interface ETH12. Now we have one port channel interface. Show, for example, interface show run or show interface port channel 1 can show us that we have a port channel interface, and this port channel interface now has 2 gigabit per second bandwidth. Why? Because every interface has 1 gigabit per second bandwidth, and the interface port channel bar of the aggregation of the ETH21 and ETH11 and ETH12 now has the 2 gigabit per second bandwidth. Let me to configure first the switch 2. Again, in switch 2 conf-d hostname the switch 2 and then interface ETH11 channel group 1 or 2. The channel group number should not be same in between the two switches because it's local number, but it's better to use the same number. For example, in this scenario I'm using the channel group 2, but you can use channel group 1. Channel group 2 in the switch 2 and then interface ETH12. Okay, channel group 2. You know that in the static method, channel groups are created, okay, unconditionally without any negotiation between the other with the other switch. Okay, let me to show you these port channels in the NX OS 1. Now we have interface port channel 1. For example, if you want, you can use the show port channel summary. Look at here. Here is the show port channel summary result. We have group 2 means port channel 2 in the switch 2. PO2 means port channel 2. This is a layer 2. S means the layer 2 switched port channel, and U means in use. This means that this port channel now is up. After that, the port channel type is ETH. We didn't enable any protocol such as for example, LACP. This is the static configuration, and also we have 2 interface in this port channel, ETH11, ETH12, and both of these interfaces are up and are reside in the port channel. This is the switch 2's result, and in the switch 1, show port channel, for example, summary can show us the same result. Also, we have other commands for monitoring the show port channel. For example, for now, you can use the show port channel, for example, database. Look at here, show port channel database. This is a useful information about this port channel. Port channel 1. Last membership update is successful. Okay, 2 ports in total, and both of 2 ports are in up state. First operational port is Ethernet 1.1. Age of the port channel is this age. Time since last bundle is this, and last bundle member is Ethernet 1.2. And now we have 2 on interface in this port channel. Look at here. Assume that I'm using shutdown command on the ETH12. Now we disabled the ETH12. Let me to show you the show port channel summary again. As you can see, now ETH12 is in the down state, but the port channel now again has up state. Why? Because one of the links in the port channel now has up state. And after that, show port channel, for example, database can show us that ETH12 is in the down state. If you want to find which interface is in down state, you can use the show port channel, for example. Let me to enable it, but before, show interface port channel 1 now show us the bandwidth reduced to only 1 gigabit per second. Very good. Let's to enable this interface again, no shutdown, and after that now we have a do show port channel summary, and as we can see again the ETH12 has up steps. Very good. Let's check the connectivity between these switch. For example, we can configure one interface VLAN on the NX OS 1 and one interface VLAN in the NX OS 2, and checking the, for example, connectivity between these 2 switches. I'm using the feature interface VLAN to enabling this feature, and after that we should use interface